divide, a world fallen prey to moral genocide. 1% sit on thrones of gold, while the homeless die out in the cold. The distance between grow deeper every step you take away from me.
So, guys, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Good.
Awesome. Fantastic. So, how's your day so far?
Good. Sorry for the confusion.
Oh, no worries.
Are you in Europe?
No, I'm in India.
You're in India.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So what is the time difference in India?
It will be almost 12 hours difference from you for you and me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So I was confused. I thought you were in Europe,
yeah.
and because you wrote CET, so that's Central
Ah,
European time. So I was like,
okay.
oh, it's 6 o'clock. But no, it's 12 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So what time is it there right now?
It's gonna be 10 p.m. in the night.
Oh, damn. Okay. That's so late. Okay.
That's okay. That's all right.
Sorry about that.
No,
Okay.
no
Well,
worries, no worries.
now we know. All right.
No worries, no worries. So, guys, your new album, The Great Divide, was out on May 23rd. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and production that goes behind this new album?
Sure. Yeah. Um, so I guess first we'll sort of introduce ourselves. So this is Paulo,
Hi, I'm
Hey,
Paulo.
hi.
and I'm Dylan. I'm the lead singer. And yeah, we're Marble Ghosts, and we're really happy to finally have a chance to speak to you.
It's my
Um,
pleasure.
so so in terms of like this new EP, so Paolo wasn't in the band yet. It was written with our old bassist
Mm,
Paul Champagne, who's still a friend of ours. He actually comes to like all our shows still, so he's a really cool guy. Um, yeah, so this one, in terms of like the production, was written differently because it was more of a band effort.
mm,
So the first one was more like our guitar player Adam he brought a lot of the riffs and a lot of them had like electronic drums on them. They already
mm,
had bass, so more than just like skeletons of songs. So this time we really wrote everything as a band and everyone really contributed. So like Paul wrote the lyrics, and I know our drummer Jer, like he did quite a bit of like the arranging on some of the
mm.
songs. So like everyone really had, it was like a full band effort for that. And we're planning to do an LP next, and we're
Mm.
excited to write with Paolo and our new guitar player who's also named Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. Fantastic. But just The Great Divide has some kind of concept or a theme it was focused on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just really the divide that we're seeing in sort of the mindsets of a lot of people right now. Certainly, like what's happening in the United States. There seems to be like a politics of cruelty going on right now, and a lot of and basically there seems to be like polar opposites in terms of how people are thinking,
Mm,
um, and really sort of seeing and treating each other. So the Great Divide is really that it's sort of a metaphorical chasm
mm,
between these viewpoints, and the amount of effort, time that it would take to really bring people back together. And so the more people are divided, the more it's going to, the deeper the chasm becomes. So you can see that in the album artwork, but it's that's the common themes throughout the whole EP. Essentially, is that we are, whether it's a growing divide between the rich and the poor, whether it's a growing divide between um, just the thinking behind LGBTQIA rights, the rights of women, and the rights of minorities, are really just human rights and how people should be treated. It really seems like there's a great divide, and I really feel like uh, you know we're really seeing that we're not moving forward, unfortunately, at this point.
True,
Yeah.
true, true, true. And I had the pleasure to listen to the EP in its entirety, and I have to say, five mind-blowing songs, beautifully written. Musicianship is totally mind-blowing, and the vocals, the the amount of the power, the energy, and the amount of rock and metal that came and blend together in this album is totally mind-blowing. It is an album for everybody. It's I don't consider it's a genre-specific album, but it has something for everyone, whether they love melodic metal or they like hard rock or they love pure heavy metal. There is room for everyone in this particular EP. So fantastic work, and thank you so much for putting up an awesome EP this year. And as a creator, as a band, how do you guys feel about the outcome of this EP?
Do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I joined these guys last year, and it was a great pleasure to start playing. And I started listening to their first EP, and it was like you said, it's one size fits all. I was enjoying that song, the
Mm,
band itself, and I started playing the songs, and I enjoyed even more. So it was a great experience. And then when they start showing me the new EP, I was like mind blown. So I'm just like trying to keep the same style as Paul Champlain on
mm,
the bass, and but I try to put a little bit of my sauces there as well in the songs when we do play
mm,
live, and how the album is coming together. It's kind of like, but by the time of the release, I was like, this album is going out at the right time,
mm.
and it was great to see the success that it's making, and yeah, it's pretty nice to see the evolution also, and I can't wait to start writing new stuff, that kind of pull the strings off this new album to a newer one, that we can do a better job on it. So
Amazing.
that's the goal of the band right now. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And I know this is almost a month away from the release of this EP, but did you guys do something special on the day of the release?
Well, we played a show. We played a like a little festival in Ottawa around Capital
Mm,
Music Week that was happening the same at the same time. So we played we played a little, yeah, we played that little festival, and yeah, we just sort of celebrated the EP, and then it came out at midnight, and it really hasn't stopped. Like the Spotify numbers are going up. Our YouTube has, like, I don't know, it's like grown by like 10 times.
Yeah.
10 times. Like we put out a video for Trafficked. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's
yes.
on our YouTube, and it's just, it blows my mind, like in terms of, like, it took a lot of research, it took a lot of time to put it together, probably between like 20 to 25 hours to do that one video, but it's still growing, uh, and it's at 12,000 views, and
Mm,
it's great because it's really a public service announcement. Yes, our
yeah.
song is in there, but people are watching it and they're learning about what human trafficking is, and sort of what the signs are and everything like that. So I was really I've been really again, yeah, like just blown away by the reception that we've had from it. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And like you said, there are two videos out now, Eat the Rich and Trafficked. But are there plans to come up with more music videos from this EP?
More music videos.
Yeah,
Yes, we have a video coming out for Trafficked. Or sorry, for Gloom. Yeah, on
fantastic.
June 27th. Yeah.
Great, 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 great. And speaking on touring, are you guys currently touring only Canada, or are there plans for more festivals and international touring that is going to happen this year?
Right now we're playing in and around Ottawa. We're looking at like Kingston, Montreal, Cornwall right now. If you want to invite us to India to play, we'd be happy to come. But yeah, is there like a big is there a big like metal hard rock
Yeah,
music
abs
community
abs
there?
absolutely, absolutely. We had Extreme who came down and played here last earlier this year, around February, and we had a lot of bands like Ginger from Ukraine. And
Nice.
Iron Maiden has played a couple of times, and we had Metallica who came and played here. We had Deep Purple who came and played here recently. So a lot of bands keep coming. And recent concert I want to talk about is Guns N' Roses, who recently came and played in India.
Oh, that's pretty
So it's a
cool.
lot
Wow.
of there's a lot of things are happening here, but yeah.
That's so cool. And how many
Nice.
people did they get
Uh,
to like Metallica or to see
mm,
Ginger?
Metallica, I would say it's a huge crowd. I would say more than uh, 1.5 lakh people, I would say. It's a crazy crowd. And and for Ginger, we had quite some crowd. Like it's a small arena. Like it's kind of metal festival that happened in India. It's called
Okay.
Bangalore Open Air. So this guy works for the promoter here who works for Wacken Opener. He's one of the promoters in Wacken Opener in Germany. So he was the one who's doing all these things, and we have quite good regular the festival people who came to the show, and it was quite good to be honest. Yeah,
That's nice.
Very cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Dylan, last year around March 2024, you put up your self-type titled debut EP, and this year you have your second EP. And how do you feel about Marble Ghost journey over these years?
I mean, I think it's pretty impressive that an independent band put out two EPs in 2 years. Uh, it helps that we have a really, I mean, it's not an easy recording process, but it's definitely like, we do a lot of it ourselves. So that does make it easier. But yeah, I mean, this we've really been a band. We played our first show November 2023. So I know the guys talk about momentum and really
Hmm.
wanting to continue to write and to play and everything like that. I know that they really want to write pretty much as soon as this one was out, they wanted to write more. So in terms of the journey, yeah, it's been huge. So we're really happy. We're privileged to have that many people sort of listening and checking
Hmm.
out the music with the messaging and everything that it has.
Fantastic, fantastic. And are you guys currently looking to sign up with some recording label anytime sooner?
You answered this one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. So we're signed with Self-Made
Yeah.
Records right now. And like as you know, like they're like a stepping stone label. They work with younger bands, even though we're not younger
Yes.
guys. We are a younger band. So they work with younger bands that that need like artist development and things
Mm.
like that. So um yeah, like that would be a goal. The other goal is to really be able to uh bring in enough money that potentially we don't need a label. So we're always looking into ways to do that beyond just touring, because touring is obviously like it's really expensive.
Yes,
So
true.
yeah, when you're not like Metallica. So
That's
yeah.
true. Good,
But
good.
even like I was reading an interview from like they were interviewing Avenged Sevenfold, and they were talking about their upcoming tour. I guess they're probably on tour right now. And they were saying that like even for like A list bands, it's becoming less lucrative to tour. So just because of the costs of everything.
Mm.
So musicians are going to have to be creative with how they can make their money. But um, we we would, I mean, we've spoken to labels, we've spoken to different management companies. There is some interest. It's just going to be choosing the right one
Yeah.
that works for us. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. And moving forward, as you already spoke about, you are working on another LP uh, real soon. And are there more experimentation towards the music in the coming days? So how is going to be?
That's a good question. Right now here in Canada, I think we're more like people are out some it's vacation time, so we're kind of getting a little bit of relaxed time. I'm gonna be traveling, so these guys are gonna be playing on what is it, July 17th,
Yeah.
and that so they're gonna be focused on that. But I think as soon as I come back from vacation, probably gonna be starting working on new material,
Mm.
and that's the idea of showing more of what we can do as musicians, and and passing the message, and yeah, that's pretty much the plan for this year, and try to pop out another EP next year, something like
Yeah.
that.
I know that the guys want to put out an EP in 2026, but I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
Of 2026.
Oh boy, especially if it's a full length. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll have to see about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. And any highlights that you want to share with me today?
Any highlights? Um,
Well, Adam is coming back. He's gonna be playing with us June the 28th.
yep.
That's a big one because it's gonna be the first time we play together in a show live
Mm.
Since December.
since December. Yeah,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna have
Mhm.
two guitar players live, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, the next album is going to be maybe heavier. Probably going to have like Paolo has a very like your influences like he's always breaking out Red Hot Chili Pepper
Mm.
bass lines.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
I'm excited to hear what he can come up with, because so far it's all worked really well together.
Mhm.
And in some ways you think maybe it wouldn't, because like I'm like I grew up with grunge and alt rock, Smashing Pumpkins, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, uh, great Canadian band Our Lady Peace, and our drummer is like a death metal drummer,
Yeah.
so he obviously doesn't play like he's in a death metal band anymore, but he brings a lot of that heaviness.
Yeah.
And then our two guitar players are really into metalcore. They really like was AFI
Yeah.
is
Mm.
one of the bands. Avenged Sevenfold obviously is another band that they really like. What was the band that Paul said he liked? Was it Children of Bodom, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So it'll really be interesting, because it's always been it's been such an interesting mix, like across generations
Yeah.
and genres of what the music becomes. And yeah, I'm excited to see and to hear the direction that it goes, especially with starting to write with Paolo.
Fantastic, fantastic. And do you guys have some kind of metal battle between you guys when you try to write new music? Like, this is how we want to sound, and you say, no, I don't want to be like this. I want to sound it this way. So, do some things like this happen within the band?
That's a really good question. So not really, because like Adam, he's the main. He brings the riffs, uh, and then the songs grow from there. But he and Jer, our drummer, have a really good chemistry, so they're able to write together really well. Jer arranges the songs. We've never. I'm trying to think. Like, we don't write a lot of songs either. We really, like, I know a lot of bands will have like a big catalog of songs, and then maybe they throw out some of them. Or we really just focus on a handful of songs at a time and work on getting them to sound as good as possible. um, Even Osmium, which is the last track on the
Yeah.
EP, it's much heavier than anything off of our first EP, except maybe End of the World.
Mm.
Um, but that song, it really, like Adam, when he initially thought, well, this is too heavy for Marble Ghosts, and then we heard it, and it was like, no. And then everyone just adds their own parts, and it all works somehow. But if you took all those things and you put them together, in some cases maybe it wouldn't work. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what we can do with our new guitar player and with Paolo.
Fantastic, fantastic. And as a band, what would be the biggest dream?
Well, make enough money to live off the band.
Yeah, get the message out and the music out to as many people as possible. It's a really, obviously it's a really really hard business,
Yeah.
but yeah, the hope is that we can make a living at it one day. I know the other guys are on the same page there, but yeah, and for me too, it's just making sure that as many people as possible have they get the message and they feel like empowered by it, like they feel like lifted by it.
Great, great, great. And with the release of The Great Divide, how do you feel about the EP's reach to the overall, I mean, to different kind, different part of the world?
Sorry, could you repeat that question?
With the EP Great Divide out now, so how has it has reached the global audience so far?
Um, I have to look. I'd have to look at our Spotify numbers. I know we get the most play in the United States, uh, which, considering what's happening there, maybe people are listening to it. I mean, the fact is, people are going to listen to it because it's also really good rock music. So rock and metal music, beyond just the lyrics and the message.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't noticed. Like, I know we get play in like Australia and in Europe. I'd have to check. I don't know if we've had any streams in India other than yourself, obviously.
We had some listeners in Brazil too.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we did. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Dylan and Paulo, any message for the fans around the world?
Well, my message is listen to our music and enjoy as much as you can. And if you can, you know, maybe subscribe to our Spotify. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that always helps.
Yeah.
Definitely check out our YouTube and all our socials, but especially our YouTube, because that video for Trafficked is it's powerful. It's important to get the message out there. This type of crime happens worldwide, so it's definitely a good idea to inform yourself so that you can protect yourself and your loved ones. If you're in Canada, there is a number you can call, and it's the Canadian Center to End Human Trafficking. And other than that, thank you so much for having us.
Fantastic, awesome. And Dylan and Paula, I want to thank you guys so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have this interview with you. And thank you for the great divide, like I said earlier, a fantastic EP and EP for everyone, no matter what they listen to, any kind of genre. So this is a album, an EP for everybody, everyone, and I believe a lot of people once they start listening will enjoy this music. And really hoping to see more new music from you guys. And I wish you guys all the best.
Awesome.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Take care,
Thank you.
Rachel. Bye.